Hello everybody, Brian here from quantlabs.net. Okay, so just wanted to go over quite quickly about this live intake, the details of it. Finally, I've kind of hinted in a variety of different emails. So right now, this is the result we've been getting over 16 hours now, up 12.9% with crypto. We have more than a 90% win ratio, as you can tell here on the P&L and the ROC rate of change, with again over a 90% win ratio. This strategy itself was designed in 3 days, debugged and implemented, and running and stable within total of 4 days, which was turned on last Friday. Between Friday and Sunday, I knew I had a winner because I was getting over a 50% ratio. I've added a new tweaks, and now I've taken and removed some of the rules. And this is why you're getting these crazy results, because this thing works. Now, I'm going to be putting this into my quant analytics for those that don't want to go into programming. But I just want to talk to you about a big event for 6 weeks I got next week, the pricing of it, and why this matters. All right, so if you come under my YouTube channel, I've got a variety of videos here. I've also got under my page at quantlabs.net. You definitely want to get hooked up with that and do a follow, a like, or whatever to get my live notifications on how the system's doing. I won't be doing as much of these as anymore because it's going to be pushed behind the paywall of the analytics service for those that are just traders only. But I'm going to just show you. It doesn't matter. So if you go under videos, I've got under events as well. I do one a week. I'm doing one this Sunday afternoon in lieu of Monday or Tuesday. Anyways, let's get on with the course. So if you come under the website, if you go under blog, you'll get a pop-up. I would strongly urge you to join that to get my alerts daily on what's happening. Also, if you come under store here, and you will be looking for a product called Python 3 infrastructure blocks with crypto. Current price is this. When you get these kind of results that have been running for the last since Sunday, and we're already on Wednesday, I see no reason with a live intake. This is a bottom bargain herald deal. Also, if I'm planning to maybe double, triple it come December 27th, here's the calendar, if those that need to see that visually. Where was my calendar? Right here. So here's the 19th. We got Christmas week, New Year's, and then boom! This is when we start Monday, January 7th, the live intake on January 2019. So I'll get back to that in a minute. So at this price, and then come the 27th, after that, we shall see how things look. So when you click on this link here, you come to here. So this will walk you through the entire details of the entire course and what you can expect out of this. It's pretty lengthy. We have a total of 12 modules in the course. I'm going to be adding in new material live. If you have not seen my minute-by-minute chart for crypto, plus the ability to use Chart Director as well. So essentially, what we're going to do, Module 1. Now, we have different modules. There's 12 of them. And the last two are kind of like more like in detail, okay? So I'm just going to pause this for a minute. Alrighty, so we are logged in now into the dashboard for this course. When you join, you can come under here under Python version 3, algo trading infrastructure building blocks. I want you to also pay attention. There's a version 2. You want version 3, that's the latest. But these are the topics that we're going to be talking about over the next, you have a 3-month access actually. So every Monday, starting January 7th, right here, we will be going over each module. Now, the idea, the faster you get in, not just to save money, but the faster you get in on this, the faster you learn. The faster you learn, the better prepared you are for the live intake. So what we're going to do is Monday and Thursdays. Why Monday and Thursdays? Because over the last 10 years of doing this is the days that people want. We start at 7 p.m. Each night and go through each module. So Monday, January 7th, we'll go through Module 1. Module 2 will be dedicated to Thursday night. And that will be January 10th. January 14th will be Module 3, and so on. Here's what we're going over. In terms of knowing Python, it's very wise to have knowledge of Python or any programming. You can still get ahead if you know nothing about programming. That's what Python exists. But it helps to really understand it. But remember, you're going to have 3-month access to this. So we'll go over the first night and go over the questions of languages, okay? Why Python? Thursday night, which is fairly easy, again, is setting up your different modules or tools to get you started, okay? And I can even walk you through my setup as well on that night. Now remember, this is live. So Module 3, we will talk about capturing market data. There's different ways, depending upon your market data or broker. I can go over the options for IQ Feed with another way to get in. Not the best way if you want my opinion, but that's if you're doing stocks, options. But I'm planning to go that route. There's lots of interactive, a lot of people want interactive brokers, so we'll go over that. Dukas Copy's another option, but I've got a totally separate course because that's Java again using the J4X. And then if you ever decided to go J4X, you could do that. We can kind of cover if needed. Now, Module 4, Pandas for data frames. Data frames is a data structure I absolutely love because imagine you have an Excel spreadsheet with the tabular form that a lot of people are familiar with, the ability to create CSVs, comma separated values, or XLS, actual formats for Excel. I'll go over that, how to manipulate the data, so on and so forth. Those are very useful to kind of go through, do some demos as needed that you want to see. And that's again on that night, okay? Everything's going to be recorded, so if you miss out, not the right time for you, that's fine. You'll be able to watch at a later time because it will be a video on demand. You'll be able to watch it in a completely separate module. I'll probably add here Module 13, which is the live intake recordings, video on demand thing. So we'll definitely be able to do that. Okay, so we've covered all that for the pandas and the power of pandas and the data frame object. That is the key behind everything to work with it very easily. Module 5 is another really good demo. We all know about technical analysis. This also includes all the popular technical analysis. We can talk about which one works. We can also go over the candle patterns as well because there's a bunch of them there. We can go over those that may or may not work. But again, you need to be prepared for these modules, which means you have access to it. Once you purchase, go through them. When we come to this module for that night, we can go over a live Q&A and talk about it. Now, another big example, Module 6, is Redis, the database, all the different techniques, all the new ideas that you can come up with using Redis, because it's probably easily the most powerful database on the planet. It can be really fast, talks in many programming languages, can be clustered, redundant, all the 9 yards. You'd want to have a very powerful database, and it's true open source. It's not this freemium stuff that you get with Mongo. Now, the next new area I'm looking at is, I don't have it with me, is the Ledger Nano 9 funding with cryptocurrency, all the different options out there. Because I'm telling you, here's the results I'm getting with crypto. When you get these kind of results on Binance, that's a daily return on your capital you're willing to put at risk for that day, and you get 12.9, or let's just get the latest one now. So it's currently at 13%, and you can, it's like watching a machine grow or return money. So we're still at 12.97, but maybe by the end of it, it may be added, and I've shown that in multiple videos yesterday on that happening in a span of half an hour. You just made a little bit more money on that, and that's because of crypto and the advantage of the crypto. In here, I'll put in a new section with the Ledger Nano 9 as I play with it, and what you can do with it, and what I think the exciting cryptocurrencies will be at that time, which is pretty well the movers, which is XMR, Monero. You don't see the ones that you think you'll be making money on. XMR and Dash are the ones that are private and are moving, and the XMR seems to be moving a lot consistently, and there's a reason for it. So we'll be able to talk about that and showing how to get around that. Doesn't stop there with crypto. If you're not familiar with CCXT, it is a mind-blowing wrapper in Python that enables you to talk to over 100, last time I checked, 130 plus exchanges. There's only two that are worth trading on, which is Bitfinex and Binance, because they're the only reliable and honest ones. And out of those two, you definitely want to be with Binance, because Binance is 3 times bigger with the volume than Binance. Then Binance is 3 times bigger than Bitfinex. Okay, continuing along with crypto. We can look at the different cryptocurrency options available to you. The most up-to-date at the time we cover this live, because again, even just looking at CoinMarketCap.com, that has already changed in the last 2 months. So we got to get that content up to date. Intro to Chart Direct. I will tell you, I've looked at many charting packages, be it open source, be it commercial. This thing is so easy to work with. It talks to any language for $140, and whatever language you want. I use Python. I will tell you, I do not work for these guys, but the support is so good. This guy works out, I believe, out of Hong Kong. You put a message out, you got a problem, he will refer you to a coding example to get you up and running and to get something working the next day. It's that good. That's why I use it compared to anything else. You will not struggle with other charting packages. And again, this thing can talk to live. It can do so many different charts. And I'm just working on the financial ones that you've seen over the last few months. Okay, so I've talked about the more advanced modules. These are more advanced. I add these as I go. Certain ones include things like FXCM, a demo of it. And then the next module, we could probably split these up over 2 days, is more advanced stuff. Automated watch list and position manager. That is the key to it all. So if you want to know how to build what I've got, the basics of it, this thing, which does the downloading and adds to the watch list right here in Redis. Here's my watch list right now. This gets updated every friggin' minute. Then we also have the position manager, or downloads all. It basically goes out and runs all the position manager and pricing scripts, as you can see here. That is where we cover this. So I've got a very basic demo on how to set it up. If you want to set up the different Python Forex brokers, you can go through here. And that also includes interactive brokers, I might tell you. Debugging and optimizing your performance. This is another big key to it all, because here I've been doing development for, we'll just leave it a very long time, and I'm getting scared because I'm getting gray hairs. That's how old I am. But here, I live and die with logs. So let me just give you an example here. I have a separate course for this. It's in my more expensive package, but just to give you a highlight, you can learn a lot by logging and debugging. But here in this case, we've got a position on. I want to know at the time what was the momentum like when we closed off the position. I also can track ROC, rate of change, which I love, the P&L of that position when it gets closed off. Every minute I also log as well. This is the beauty of it, is I can log my take profit, my stop loss, if I want it based upon portfolio for whatever reason, get a calculation of risk, and then maybe set what they call a soft take profit or a soft stop loss. So I can use that to measure risk. On top of that, I'm also using ATR live, so it will automatically calculate every minute the take profit or stop loss virtually, if I choose to use that, based on the calculations when the price either breaks through at either end, and it will roll. I don't have to send back a hard signal back to the broker about stop losses and take profits, because guess what you're doing? You're telling your broker what you're doing. If you're working with a corrupt broker, they will be able to trade you out in what they call stop hunting and prevent you from making the money that you should be able to make. But because you have the ability here to virtually track it, you are saving yourself a lot of money, a lot of headaches, and a lot of basically falsehoods that brokers give you on trading potential. So that's very important. And that is why I really, you can see here in a span of a minute, we had, well, not quite a minute, but we had tracking this XMR Ethereum and tracking everything. So everything's logged. So if I see a position, I can see why it's moving and get a good handle on it. And that's the power of debugging with logs. And here I will show you my watch list as well. That log is really important as well, because I track everything and why watch list, and again, minute by minute I'm tracking that, and because of that I'm able to see exactly things that I want. I could check on momentum, I could check on the different signals, the different reasons why those signals break down, blah blah blah. But that's the power of logging. So this is a really powerful video to show you that skill to get these results that I speak of 12.9% and with a 90 plus win ratio. Oh, let me just let me just download the latest P&L. Here we go. So I've got a separate script called P&L position that will go out and grab the latest data. So let's see if we've added to our P&L for the day while we are on this topic. So I've got the debugging your strategy and optimize performance. When I say optimize performance, I was getting, as of Sunday, with this current strategy, about a 50% win. When I went through that log, I was able to see, I could see I have way more potential, a lot more potential in making way more profit by removing a stupid rule that I had. And voila, I'm able to go from, I'm going to guess 3-4% for the day to 13% in what appears to be now 17 hours. Next module we talk about is handling and working with your API and token to set up your OANDA. And I went through a long stage about JavaScript charting. A lot of them suck, and they're feeble. The way they work are just not going to cut it. That's why I'm back at using Chart Director. And that's why I do not do online charting for my members, because it's just a pain in the ass to get working and to maintain. So I'd rather use this thing called Chart Director. And that's pretty well it. And you will see, you will be able to get a lot of stuff for the current price that I've listed out. So let me go back to the schedule. Okay, so we've covered starting January 7th. So the last module, judging from the number of modules, which is 12, that takes us 6 weeks. So you can potentially have your own custom training performance within 6 weeks, which will take you from the 7th to roughly, I believe, the 14th. So you can give your honey bunny an amazing present that you are now so smart. You have your own custom training platform to basically secure your own future. Does it get better than that? No, not at that price. But just remember, December 27th, right here, that's the next price upgrade. Call it doubling, triple, we don't know. It depends upon how things go and what people are wanting. I know they want the lower price, but this is just an encouragement to get you on it now. Start learning now and get ready for all your Q&A on starting January 7th. Hopefully that will help you out, and we shall talk to you later. And Merry Christmas, and choose well and get the best present you can get for yourself at the best price. Later.